Hello and welcome to another exciting edition of Visual Impressions on NTA. My name is Omar Mohammed. Now in its fourth year, the Abuja Open House has evolved into a signature platform where visual artists, sculptors, collectors, and curators and curious minds come together in celebration of creative excellence. The Abuja Open House is not just an exhibition, it's a movement, a declaration, a mapping of imagination across the city's vibrant landscape. Let's take a look.
In the heart of Nigeria's capital, beneath the rhythm of urban life and the pulse of a growing creative community, something powerful is unfolding. Now in its fourth year, the Abuja Open House has evolved into a signature platform where visual artists, sculptors, collectors, curators, and curious minds come together in a celebration of creative excellence.
Open House Art Festival connects artists and makers with an audience of art lovers, buyers, and industry professionals. It is a special example of an open studio where the artist trails gives the public a personal insight into how an artist works within their specialized field. It opens up a wealth of information, and it is a rare opportunity to experience a diverse array of high-quality work in a relaxed setting. With so many venues to choose from, there should be something for everyone. For 4 consecutive editions, I believe the Abuja Open House Art Festival has come to stay. This year's theme, Semiotic Connections, seems to be philosophical in approach, so to say. According to the organizers, its objective is to explore signs and their meanings, connecting the knowledge base of intrinsic cultural consumption characteristic of Abuja art scene.
Beyond the visuals, Abuja Open House sparked conversations about identity, sustainability, representation, and the economics of art in Nigeria.
We try to highlight the works of creative artists that are not known to the people, not known internationally, trying just to help to highlight value of the African art internationally. And I believe that we succeeded in doing something like that, because Nigeria, I don't know if you know, Nigeria is number 3 in Africa in the value and the creativity of art. We have Egypt, we have South Africa, and we have Nigeria. Nigeria artists are very creative and very talented. So all our role mainly is to highlight their work, their creativity to the public.
This artwork has depth, do you know, maybe because you know some of the symbols, you know how it was created, how the brush strokes was on the canvas. I most times follow his work and I'm like, look at the... And some other person just wakes up one day and creates an NFT and sells it at $500,000. One has depth, one has the market. So the question we need to ask ourselves is, how do we balance the knowledge of the imams, the Unduwites, our DG here, and the knowledge of the young ones that are moving at a pace that even Lewis Hamilton cannot catch.
This is checkmate. It depicts the people playing Ayo. Ayo is just like a draft, a board game that they play common to the Southwesterners and is also in some other areas in Nigeria. At the time of this game, there are a lot of things that occur. You see people discussing current affairs, kind of bashings and the rest. But then, pivotal to this work, beyond the visuals, is that this game is not just a game. We need to know that life itself is a game and being played by everyone against him or herself. And they are has been checkmated by circumstances of life.
This is beautiful. Why I decided to title it Beautiful was there was a series of attacks happening in my place. So after much of everything of the event, I went there to some of the places that has been burned down, and then the places that we used to have fun, like places we used to go visit our people there, the place was like, it was like people never existed, and something pops up into my mind, and I was like, so it's people that make places beautiful, because the place changed. The buildings have already collapsed because they have burned them down, and I was like, unless people live in a particular place before the place will be beautiful, because the people staying there make the place beautiful. Then the second one here is talking about no joy, and no joy is still related to this because it's part of the conflicts. When I came back to Abuja, and then I was working on this particular piece, so I got the call that our youth leader got shot today because they brought another attack. So while working on the piece, like, I felt so bad. So my mood on painting this changed and everything. So I have to title it No Joy, because I don't have joy painting somebody that I know I just left just when, and then coming back to Abuja and I hear that this person was shot dead today just because of that attack that has been going on. So that's the story behind these two pieces.
Some of the pieces are quite unique. Some of the one, like the one behind me here with the beadwork, I haven't seen something like that before. And the more you look at it, the more you're drawn into it. So it has made me think of like the opportunities that are available in like the art space. Not even just that, it makes me think of so many things that you can use to be creative, even though I would never think to do something like that. So it just makes me think that, there's being a creative is just, there's so many opportunities out there.
Very critical, very harsh. As a critical writer, I'm not talking about academic.
This is not just an exhibition. It is a movement, a declaration, a mapping of imagination across the city's vibrant landscape.
Essence of pride. I'm trying to depict Africa at its continent and the activities surrounding its social, political, and resources. If you look at the down of the bust, it's showing the shape of the region of the South African, from the area of Congo, South Africa, Botswana, and Kenya axis. The whole head, Africa, it can be described by our motherland in most cases. That's why I bring the issue, the depiction of the face of a female as a mother. Then the dread signifies each country in Africa. Since we have like 54 countries in Africa, so we have 54 dreads, obviously. So, and the head tie signify unity, and will be the African Union have been emphasizing on unity. Africa must unite. So the head tie is tying all the 54 countries together to form as a unity. And the female here represent the beauty behind in Africa, in African continent, the beauty in terms of mineral resources. The female.
So the semiotic connections is just a theme, once again, that we use to point ourselves and to redirect ourselves back to our journey in the visual arts sector.
Culture is part of the society, and societies have semiotics. And so we're interested to investigate these semiotics as signs and signifiers and the symbols that the city of Abuja is indicating for the growth of Abuja art scene. So that's the reason why we looked at it, and then we say, okay, look, who are the players and what are the things that they are doing, and on a long run, what will be the impact of these works or these activities for the art scene in Abuja. And so Abuja Open House was investigating that, also looking at the characteristics of the Abuja art scene to be able to bring it to the fore, and people begin to understand that there's something going on in Abuja. It's been there, but almost at the explosion point, and there are triggers basically, and so we were interested in that, and that is why we did semiotic connections, connecting those who are already playing in this space.
As the 4th edition closes its pages, the story doesn't end, it expands. The open house isn't a destination, it's a compass, a spark, a reminder that art lives everywhere.
The Spanish Embassy in Abuja has been actively involved in supporting photography and visual arts competition in Nigeria. One example is the Spain-Nigerian Visual Arts Competition, which has been running for over 20 years. And I was actually fortunate to be a contender in the Pioneer edition. I came second runner-up about twice. I tried again a couple of times before I got tired and I opted out. The embassy also celebrates Nigerian artistic talent while exchanging rich cultures. The embassy has also organized workshops for young people, including those from internally displaced persons camps, that's the IDP camp, to develop their photography skills like what you are about to see. Let's take a look.
The art of photography gives us the power to represent our world, whether in black and white or in color, through a variety of lenses, tones, and compositions. We can adjust these elements to suit our vision, helping us to tell our stories, share our perspectives, and draw our dreams. By organizing the photo workshop in Durumi Camp, we aim to provide technical photography skills that will foster creativity among the participants, enabling themselves to express themselves, share their feelings, hopes, and dreams through photography.
From the Commission, we really appreciate the enthusiasm with which the Spanish Embassy has continued to support the children in IDP camps. It is very important to note that in Nigeria today we have about 6.1 million IDPs in this country, spread across IDP camps and host communities. And this is very, very pathetic. And the only way out of this very, very serious crime is to support these children, give them skills, train them, make them to be independent, to be able to fend for themselves. And the Spanish Embassy has done very well. Last year, we had this same partnership between the Spanish Embassy and the National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons. And this year, we're equally having same partnership. And there's nothing to say than to thank them over and over again for the support.
One of the inspirations for me has definitely been the interest in seeing that there are more young women in photography and the creative economy in general. We're interested in seeing young people becoming photographers, becoming visual artists. We want the storytelling to continue. We want it for archival purposes. We want to ensure that their lives and the lives of others are documented. We encourage art therapy for young children, so it was very necessary for me to be a part of it because the young girls that we are teaching are coming from difficult childhoods and have migrated because of conflict.
I snapped these pictures to show all the skills that the IDP camps women are doing. All these are the skills, so I just snapped this to show the skills, the effort that the women have. They have more confidence, effort to do all their works, to get some money, to not even depend on their husband's work. They just work to have their own. This can show a girl is not even a woman. Maybe the mother is not around, or I don't know that, but the girl have the confidence, the efforts to come and ground something, to get some money for them to eat. It was all their everything they did to do with it. And this is a woman, and the woman have her own children, her house, and she's not even living with her husband, but she have the skills to do everything that the children need, her need. She can do all her need with it. And this is a girl too. She can sew these different types of caps. Different types. The cap that you can buy 25, 30, 40 to 50K. But it's just a small girl that's doing the work.
It was fun. It was okay. It was learning, keep learning. It wasn't that boring. They showed us more to do. They gave us things to do. We act, we walk around and take pictures, and it was interesting. I loved photography when we started doing it. I felt like I wanted to be a photographer, and it was nice. It was happiness. They said I should take pictures. So I saw some people playing, and I felt like, okay, let me just take it. It was happy. They were feeling happy, and they were taking the pictures. So as I took the pictures, some were playing games, some were mad, and they just felt happy. So I just said taking their pictures.
This my picture is called Happy Moments. It's based on happiness because first of all, let me start with this picture. This is actually an art made by some children in the IDP camp, and it's actually an eye and a nose, but I decided to take one part of the picture. It's actually a smiling art of someone's face, which was it's very creative and it's smiling, so I decided to take the picture. Then here, all these children that likes to play all this that they play in those days with hands, so I made them playing it, and they were happy playing it and making noise. So I told them, okay, they should play, let me take them picture to remind them that they were happy or they were once friends. Maybe when they grow, get married, got separated, then I'll show them if we were once friends and you guys were happy. That's why I took this picture of the three of them. Why I just take this girl picture was this is her mother's shop. She's a very young girl, I think 10 years old. So the mother goes to sell yam in the morning, but she will stay and take care of the shop like it's one matured person. And she's always smiling when selling things. She don't want anybody to say, no, she'll be like, what do you want? How are you doing? How is your customer? I said, sir, let me take a picture. Thank you. So this might be
have finally come to the end of today's outing, and I'm sure you all enjoyed every bit of it. So you saw those lovely paintings which were exhibited during the Abuja Open House exhibition, and also the photography pictures which we saw that were taken by those internally displaced persons. They were actually very satisfying to watch because we saw what they really had on their minds. They brought everything out visually for everyone to watch and enjoy. I hope to see you again next week on Visual Impressions. My name is Omar. Do have a lovely week ahead.